Well, a change of subject now. Shortly, we're going to talk about New Zealand raising interest rates today. But many Australian banks are getting ahead of the game, raising interest rates between Reserve Banks meetings. It's been going on for weeks. Sally Tindall is the Research Director at the Interest Rate Monitoring Group, RateCity, and joins me now. Sally, what's going on? The banks have all just suddenly gone... I've been noticing they go ratcheting them up the rates all over the place.
Absolutely. Over the last, say, 11 weeks, we've almost seen one about every week at least. CBA, the latest one to lift rates on their wealth package. That's the loan that comes with the offset account. They are only doing it for new customers. It's not for existing customers. But when you add them all up, it's astounding. So on the CBA rate, they've increased existing customers' rates over the last 3 months by 0.5%, with the two RBA rate rises in March and May. For new customers on their wealth package, that's gone up by 0.82%.
So does that mean, because in the past they were giving cash out to new customers coming through the door, now they're saying, actually, new customers, you're going to pay more. It's almost like there's a little tightening of credit in Australia, doesn't it? Which is, of course, one of the things that everybody worries about is tightening of credit conditions.
Absolutely. So what we've seen is a complete 180, particularly from CBA and particularly from NAB. Both banks have announced they're scrapping their cashbacks. CBA's is going next week. NAB's is going at the end of June. And they've been doing this incremental hike for new customers.
So if the big banks don't want that business and they're doing away with all that, wouldn't that open up the field for small lenders to come in, fill the gap, have cheaper rates, give the cashbacks, win a bit of market share?
Wouldn't this be a fantastic outcome? Because it will force the banks to remain competitive, Ross. In March, the latest ABS statistics shows that there was $21.22 billion worth of loans refinanced. It was a record high. It blew the previous record out of the water. If that continues, then CBA, NAB, they'll have to do yet another 180 and come back into the market.
Because everybody coming off a fixed rate loan is surely going to be shopping around. We can see this, and this is the value of loans, refinanced in the past 10 years, going off the charts as mortgages also get bigger. But there's the fact that there's an opportunity because everybody recognises now that your big bank is not always your best friend when it comes to getting the cheapest rate.
Absolutely not. You've got all sorts of different lenders. We've got over 100 on our database, all competing for their fair share of that refinancing pie. If CBA and NAB have turned around and said, we don't want it anymore, well, that's more for the rest of them. It will be interesting to see what Westpac and ANZ do. They've both kept their cash back.
ANZ, as you know, has been chasing market share.
Correct.
Because they've been so backwards for a long time. So they are almost, in many ways, the canary in the coal mine, aren't they?
I think that they are going to hold on to that cashback for as long as they can. They're going to keep competitive rates for as long as they can. Yes, they said that they're, bleeding profit margin, and that's to be expected. It's an incredibly competitive market. But if ANZ starts stealing customers from CBA and NAB, the other two will not like it.